Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. Today's video we are looking at what is helping you move forward towards your goals, what's helping you reach your goals, basically what's helping you progress. So this reading was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed it. We've got a mermaid theme. I am not at home. I'm actually currently puppy sitting and house sitting. So yeah, I'm not in my usual routine, which already I think makes it difficult to record, but I was really happy to do this reading. But yeah, during this reading, there was like more interruptions than usual and like strange things too, like random phone calls. And then also I just want to make sure I keep an eye on the dogs, make sure I let them out when they need to go out. But yeah, this reading isn't quite as long as my usual readings. Once I'm back home, we'll get back into our usual routine. But yeah, for some reason, I've been doing house sitting for years, and this time specifically, I'm having a hard time getting into the energy of reading for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, this one was fun, and I'm excited to hear what you think. So I'll show you what we have. For group one, we have this first shell. For group two, we have this shell. For group three, we have this little piece of decorative fishing net. And for group four, we have the little anchor. So whichever item or number, 1, 2, 3, 4, you feel drawn to, that will be your group. Let's take a nice deep breath first, and that'll give you more of a chance to decide. Pause the video if you need more time, no rush. Just a little reminder too, my readings are general readings. They are meant for entertainment purposes. Have fun with my readings. That's really what I hope you get from this. I hope the information today does resonate, but ultimately have fun. Let me know in the comments if it does resonate. And don't forget to subscribe, because every single week I do upload weekly videos, like weekly predictions. So those have been a lot of fun. And what else? Yeah, we will dive in. I hope that you enjoy this. Like I said, I'll try to get as many things up as I possibly can, but I think I'll have an easier time once I'm home. So yeah, let me know what you think. We will start with group number. Hello, group one. If you chose the first shell, then this is your messages about what is helping you move forward right now, what is helping you progress, or what will help you progress right now. So I'm excited to dive in. We're going to jump right in. Today, I'm house sitting, so I'm not at home, so that's why I've got a different setup today. House sitting and puppy sitting. So yeah, I thought we would do something a little bit different today. So what is helping you move forward? What is helping you progress? So let's see what we have. Group one. Blend into the environment. You have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. All right, so you are very adaptable. You are somebody who can, I feel like you may or may not know this about yourself, but you might be the type of person who does really well under pressure too. So if plans change, you're able to kind of like switch things fairly quickly without getting too upset. I feel like when things happen, you're really good at being like, okay, you know what, let's pivot. Let's change things. What do we need to do? What do we need to change? So this is really going to help you. Oh. Oh. Got a growling puppy there. There's something about reactive, like you might be trying to control your reactions right now. I think he sees something out in the water right now. Yeah. Yeah, there's something about controlling your reactions. I'm actually surprised he's not barking right now. Okay, group one. What is helping group one progress and move forward? Ultimate fulfillment. Dream big, it will all work out. Okay, so one of the things that's helping you progress right now, or that will help you move forward, sorry, group one, there may be some interruptions if the dogs bark. And that kind of goes in with the message, I think, having to kind of be adaptable and figure things out, right? Like you might be a little bit out of your comfort zone, similar to me right now. Like I was saying the other day how like I have a really hard time filming when I'm not at home. I like being at home when I film. I like being in my own my tarot room and having all my decks there, and it's just what I'm used to. But you know what? Sometimes we have to make it work. So I feel like that's what you're doing right now, is you're trying to make situations just work and be adaptable along the way, okay? So I'm just gonna let the dogs out real quickly. Yeah, okay, so all of this happening while I'm trying to record, yeah, I feel like you're in a time right now where like you might be experiencing interruptions or like little hiccups or little problems along the way that you're kind of having to adapt to. Let's get some tarot and we'll put it all together. I'll get to this blue whale card too. So group 1, what is helping group 1 progress and move forward? The Sun, Knight of Wands, 3 of Wands. Okay, and we'll get you one of these as well. Flow on the... It's funny because just the idea of going with the flow. It says let your worries drift away. That's funny that that was there. Okay, group 1. You've got move. So barnacles only grow on a docked ship. Yeah, exactly. I feel here. That's exactly it. I feel like you're not standing still. Like you're not letting little things cause you to like throw the whole idea out or the whole plan out. You're staying moving. You're keeping moving. I also feel like you're really open to learning right now. I think that's also helping you progress right now, is being open to new information that's coming in. Because I think sometimes we can kind of get stuck on like, no, this is the way I've always done it, or this is what I know. So instead you're like, you know what? Okay, I'm actually willing to learn. I'm willing to take this into consideration and, be open to alternative ways of doing things. So I really do feel like that's helping you. Another thing that's going to help you progress right now with whatever it is that you're doing is positivity, okay? Because you've got ultimate fulfillment, dream big, it'll all work out. So one of the things right now is not like you might have this dream, right? This big vision of what it is you want to accomplish. And then there's that voice that says, oh no, that's too much, or that's unrealistic, or what are the chances that would even happen? All of these little things, right, that I feel like we can say to ourselves that can be very discouraging. So one of the things that's helping you get there is believing that it can happen, okay? And understanding too that you can figure things out as you go, because you've already proved that you're really good at doing that, right? And this is I think a quality that you've always possessed. I keep getting this message that you've always been adaptable. So now this ability to, I guess, learn as you go is really starting to come in handy. I'm seeing this actually goes all the way back to like childhood possibly. I'm also getting you as somebody you're really good at dealing with very different personalities, right? You're really good at shifting and dealing with various different personalities. You might find a lot of people really like you. Even people that tend to not like a lot of people, they tend to like you. They're drawn to you. They're a little bit magnetized towards you. There's something about you, like you're very likable. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, people want to be around you. And right now, at least, you're very much in the spirit of movement, okay? You've got move, you've got the Knight of Wands. So you are making progress. I hope that you realize that. You're making progress. And I think you're about to, if you haven't already, catch a little bit of momentum. I'm seeing you about to be propelled forward. All right, so you're about to gain some momentum, group 1, okay? So something is gaining momentum, and this is going to give you the feeling of like, you know what, maybe this can happen. Maybe this can happen. And I think too, where you keep going, other people might have been like, oh, you know what, never mind, right? Oh, not worth it, not worth the effort. You haven't though. You've kept moving, and if you've gotten stuck, you haven't stayed stuck for long because of this ability to be adaptable, right? And also, I think the positive spirit or the optimism that you have right now is also really helpful. So I realize we're not positive all of the time. That's not realistic, right? I have days, yesterday was an awful day. We have days sometimes where it's just like everything seems just like awful, and nothing's working, and things are going wrong. And then I always know on those days, and this is something my mom always tells me, go to bed, wake up, tomorrow's a new day. So I think that there's definitely a feeling of like tomorrow's a new day with you, where I keep getting something about you're about to catch good luck, or I just keep getting things about catching something. Maybe because of all this like under the sea imagery, but yeah. And then you also have the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands this is a card of progress. This is a card of movement. And this card actually can be a sort of a bit of a relief when we see it, because it's like, oh, there it is, right? If you imagine this person, how long have they been waiting there, right? They're they maybe check this, maybe they stand there every single morning and they think, okay, where's those boats? Where are the boats? Because this can sometimes be referred to as the ships coming in card. So your ships are about to come in, group 1, okay? And this is going to be a huge relief. You're going to see some progress. This can indicate like initial progress or like the first signs of something actually starting to succeed. So this is really, really encouraging. Yeah, I love this. Let's get a few charms. I know this is a bit of a different reading too from what I usually do. Group 1. What's helping group 1 move forward? What's helping group 1 succeed and progress? All right. Yeah, you've got the broom, you've got the little hand, you've got the shell, and you've got the wedding cake topper. That's an interesting charm for this. There could be some connection to like a wedding ceremony, or this could actually just be like commitment though. In context of this question, it could be like staying committed to your goals for sure. But there could be a relationship, a helpful relationship. Some of you, your partner, okay, your romantic partner could be helping you, all right? Because you do have the hand, so the hand could indicate some help. Being open to asking for help too, all right, is coming in, because that's what the hand is. It's like being open to assistance, being open to guidance. So I think that's also going to help you progress right now. Is not trying to do everything alone. I mean, I'm definitely seeing this as something you're doing on your own, like this is something you're doing for yourself, but along the way, there could be some definite help or assistance or guidance available to you. I'm just gonna prop this card up here. You also have the little shell. This shell to me represents intuition. So right now, listening to your intuition is crucial. So right now there could be something where you do need to kind of listen to your gut and make a choice accordingly, okay? So there could be something, for instance, it's like, okay, you know what, this isn't working. I need to shift this. I need to, like, let's try this. Let's go in this direction, something like that, okay? So listening to your intuition right now is going to be very helpful. This could also be linked to the hand too, like some guidance could be coming in that's worth listening to. Group 1, I'm seeing that you would actually really benefit from listening to motivational speaking videos, even affirmations. Anyone that really encourages you right now is a really good thing to focus on. So maybe there's like certain motivational videos on YouTube or something, or like I've seen some set to music that are super motivating, or maybe there's like a book, but I'm seeing right now you would really benefit from people that are very motivating, okay? Because this is almost like contagious for you, okay? And in general, surrounding yourself with people who are motivating, people that aren't, always, oh, that's not going to work. Why would you even try that? Like all of that, right? I mean, I'm sure you can think of people in your life that have been that way, right? I feel like right now, even blending into your environment, like maybe there's certain people right now that you can surround yourself with that it's just, I mean, they say, there's so many sayings that I don't remember exactly. I'm so horrible at referencing things like this, but I remember hearing something basically along the lines of like the people you spend the most of your time with, they will have an effect on what you're doing, right? So if you're surrounding yourself with people who are always negative, always like even being not even just discouraging to you, but discouraging to people in their lives, right? Like, the kind of people who like everything someone else does, it's like, oh, did you see what they were doing? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like that kind of thing, because then it makes you nervous almost in a way to achieve your goals, because you're like, oh, what if they say something about me? So I do think that would blend into your environment and the charms that I'm seeing here. It could be really beneficial to like surround yourself with really motivating, positive people right now. So whether that's like joining some sort of class or a group of some kind, attending networking events, things like that, this could really, really help you because you're on a roll, group 1, okay? Like I said, I think you are about to enter a time of great progress and movement, and momentum is the word that keeps coming in for you. So I think you're about to encounter that. Just keep that in mind, right? Just keep that in mind about the people that like are around you, and like whether or not they're making you feel also too, like being authentic, being yourself. I think this is really huge with the Sun card. So if you feel like you can't be yourself with people and you can't talk about your big dreams because you're afraid what they're going to say, then maybe stop telling your dreams to those people. Start showing them. You know what? Use this as fuel and start showing them because they're going to see the progress that you're making, and what they choose to do with that is up to them. But start showing them, and maybe in the meantime, start trying to seek out or call up those friends or coworkers, whatever the case may be. Start sharing your dreams with those folks a little bit more, rather than the people that are always, being discouraging or negative. Okay, and then you have the broom. So the broom, I don't have the little booklet with me, otherwise I would read it to you, but I always get a few things from it. It's interesting because I do get movement. Sometimes the broom to me almost represents like the chariot, but I do believe it is associated with movement in the actual set of those stones. But it can also represent new beginnings or cleansing. Maybe there's something about like cleaning your environment, possibly. Like there could be something about even barnacles only grow on a docked ship. Like maybe there's something about kind of clearing out any stagnant energy, right? Because I think sometimes our surroundings can have more of an impact than we might realize, right? If there's lots of clutter, or if we've been letting things kind of pile up. Also, I'm getting maybe moving your furniture right now could help. I don't know if that's, relevant to everybody, but moving your furniture, cleaning, like sweeping underneath furniture and stuff like that could really help you. Just with the energy, right? Because again, like clutter and when things are really dirty or messy, it definitely does affect our energy. Because a lot of times too, for me, if my environment's really messy, I'm thinking, oh gosh, I really want to do this, but I have to clean. And then I'll kind of start cleaning. And then you know what I mean? Like, so that could be what this broom is talking about as well. But honestly, group 1, great indications that you are about to, there's that word again, get that momentum or gain some momentum with something, okay? But dream big. It'll all work out. It's all going to work out, okay? Keep moving. You're very adaptable. This is the first card that we got. So we know that is something that's really helping you progress right now, is your ability to adapt, your ability to blend into various environments. You're really good at acting under pressure, okay? So this is really, really helping you right now. So let me know if this is making sense, if this is resonating. I'd love to hear it, and we will see you next time. Hello, group 2. If you chose the second shelf, and this is your messages about what is helping you progress, what's helping you move forward. I'm really excited to dive in and see. I'm not at home right now, as you might be able to tell if you're familiar with my channel. I'm house sitting and dog sitting right now. So I had to kind of create a little reading space. Okay, you've got inner desires. So set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. So what is helping you progress? Inner desires. Let's see what else we have. Group 2. What is helping group 2 progress? Know your worth. Keep your standards high. I'll just pull all of your cards, then we'll dive in. Group 2. What is helping group 2 progress? Breathe. Break from beneath the water's surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. Oh, the dog I'm house sitting just went up and kissed my dog. It's really cute. He's just a puppy and my dog's 10, or she's almost 10, so he's a little bit more rambunctious and playful than she is, but he's being gentle. They're actually doing really well together. Okay, group 2. All right, group 2. So what is helping group 2 progress and move forward? The Hermit, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords. Ooh, I love that with Know Your Worth. All right. So group 2, one of the things that I'm seeing that's helping you progress right now is walking away from things that are no longer suited to you, okay? Like you're in a place, or you're entering a place where you're really, let me just adjust my legs. I'm seeing that you're in a place right now where you are setting boundaries, okay? Setting firm boundaries, and you're not settling for mistreatment, okay? And you're keeping your standards high, just like this card says. So you're walking away from situations that don't meet that, okay? So it could be a relationship, it could be a workplace. But yeah, I feel like there's a sense of you tried to make something work, all right? And maybe you compromised your own happiness at times, I feel like you oftentimes put other people's happiness before your own, right? You might have been a people pleaser in the past, okay? Or maybe this is something you're still working on. I can definitely relate to this. And with that, you sometimes feel worried about letting other people down, or being too much, or asking for what you deserve. I've dealt with this a lot actually in the past of like, I remember I had a job where people would I was self-employed, so people would say, oh, I'll e-transfer you, I'll pay you. And then I would literally have to remind them to pay me, right? So that was always frustrating, So there's certain standards that I feel like you're setting for yourself right now, and this is helping you progress, okay? I feel like you're not settling for less. I feel like you're not lowering your standards. So whether this is in relationships, at work, business, something financial, I'm not really sure, right? Of course, it could be different for each of you, but you are really... This Queen of Swords is really powerful. And I think that's exactly where you're at. You're stepping into a very confident, powerful, no-nonsense, independent phase of your life. And this is helping you succeed, okay? You are not worried about what other people think of you, or this is something that you're working on. You are no longer trying to keep everyone else happy at the expense of your own happiness and comfort, because I do feel like that might be something that you've done in the past. There could also be certain connections that you are choosing to cut out of your life as well with this Queen of Swords. And, I see the Queen of Swords is sad, okay, or she's crying. So like we see in the Five of Cups, there could be a feeling of like something that you're walking away from, you had higher hopes for, or there might be a discomfort in setting your standards higher, right? There might be a bit of discomfort in that. I actually want to read this one to you. I do really love the guidebook that goes along with this oracle. It's one of Vanessa Smina's decks. This is the Below the Surface. So I really like this one. All right, so this fish, know your worth. So your friendly candy basslet companion encourages you to let go of anyone who makes you feel small, worthless, or dependent. You do not need to lower your expectations. Yeah, maybe there's a situation too where maybe you were lowering your expectations based on something someone else was saying to you. You're better off alone, look at that with the Hermit, than in the company of individuals who claim that this is how you should live your life. Moreover, when you refuse to lower your standards, there's only room for people who respect and honor you completely. Love that. So yeah, if there's a situation where you've been kind of compromising your own comfort or happiness for other people, I feel like you're done with that. There's a switch almost that I think happens sometimes where you're just fed up. You're fed up with mistreatment, or you're fed up with, people walking all over you or disrespecting you. And I think that's what's happening. And it's not an easy thing, right? Especially if you are, and I'm seeing you as a very compassionate person, but this is important. You're important, right? I think you're really prioritizing what you want right now, and that's okay. Okay, it's not, I was going to say it's not selfish, but I think it's okay to be selfish sometimes. I think it's okay, and more importantly, necessary to take care of ourselves sometimes. So before you know it, you will surround yourself with an effortless air of poise and gratitude, keeping your standards high and honoring your self-worth. Wow. And up here it said, when the Candy Basslet card appears from the deck, remind yourself of your worth and stick to it. Having standards for yourself matters greatly, especially if you are mainly the one maintaining those standards. Don't feel compelled to lower your bar for people who refuse to live up to your expectations. Oh, interesting. I'll read the whole thing. I was only going to read the main message, but this is just so good. So this eye-catching fish is and always will be striking, no matter how many times you've seen it. The candy basslet is a rare and peaceful reef-dwelling fish. Many aquarium enthusiasts keep this fish on their holy grail list, as it can fetch eye-watering prices. Okay, that's a strange coincidence. Look at, because the Queen of Swords' eyes are, I can't even talk right now, but the Queen of Swords, I don't know if they're crying or if their eyes are just watering, but that is interesting little synchronicity there, because I felt the need to read that, so that's interesting. All right. Some of you too, in business, for instance, right now are setting your prices or setting your fees for a certain service that you offer, or your prices for something that you create, and you're taking into consideration the time and the effort that you put into this, right? Your work that you do. You know, consider your time, consider your effort, consider your talents, your gifts. Consider all of those things when setting your prices or asking for what you need. All right, so keep that in mind as well. And there could have been, there was maybe a hard lesson learned recently that's kind of led you to this point. You know, and I think sometimes those are the moments that sometimes give us those reality checks, or those moments, it's like, yeah, it's a harsh reality check of like, you know what, no more. That's it. That was it, right? So, you know, of course it's unfortunate when this happens, but sometimes it's necessary because it is the thing that kind of jolts us into setting those boundaries and being more, I guess, oh, sorry, the puppy's got, okay, 1 second. No, no, honey. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Okay, but puppies, eh? Like, I'm used to my dog because she doesn't get into anything now. Like, puppies, you have to keep your eye on them constantly. Always giving her kisses. They're so sweet. Okay, anyway, sorry. But yeah, I mean, where was it? Oh yeah, I feel like there could have been like a harsh moment of, you know, something that happened that kind of led you to this point. So, and the Hermit card too, I feel like this is possibly where you're at. You're kind of at a point where you're feeling quite introspective about certain things from the past maybe, or just certain things that are going on now, or I'll tell you this, group too, you're in a very independent place. Let's get your charms too, but you're very independent. I'm getting the word fiercely independent right now. Let's get a couple charms. Sometimes it's nice to just do a little mini reading. Okay. Back to this card really quickly though. Set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. You've got the sign of Taurus. You've got the rainbow. You've got the hammer. You've got the soccer ball. You've got this little horse jumping over the hurdle. So I'm seeing you're about to set some sort of goal or achieve your goals, okay? Because this is making me think of, you know, goals. I'm picturing a net. Also, oh, interesting. Okay, now I just imagine someone like protecting their net, like guarding their net or something. So you might be a little bit guarded right now, okay, in certain ways. But yeah, I feel like you're on the brink of some sort of achievement or some sort of goal or some sort of obstacle that you're overcoming, okay, with the horse jumping over the horseshoe. And it says you're about to receive some sort of windfall, possibly. You're entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Okay, I'm getting a message, group too, when this happens, know that you deserve it. Know that you're worth it. Like a windfall or a gift or something could come in and, you know, there might be part of you that's like, oh, is that too much? Like, should I be asking for that much? Or is it okay that this is happening for me? Or do I deserve this? Yes, absolutely you do, okay? So I think you need to start with you and knowing that you are worth it and you do deserve good things, okay? You've got the hammer here, okay? The hammer can be about persistence and focus. So it could be that you're just quite focused right now in general on your goals. I'm seeing that. I feel like you're very focused on your goals. You're a little bit competitive perhaps right now too. You're in a very competitive kind of place. And I am seeing that right now you might be keeping certain things to yourself or just kind of being a little bit more protective of your privacy, I guess, is a good way to put it, right? Maybe slightly more introverted. The Hermit can be kind of associated with feeling a little bit more introverted at times, a little bit more to yourself. It's not lonely though, right? It's those times when we're craving the tranquility, we're craving the peace. You also have breathe. So break from beneath the water's surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. Breathe. Yeah, I think that it's making me think of like a breath of fresh air, okay? What's happening right now. There could be something that you've been kind of hiding beneath the surface too, and it's like you finally get to communicate it or something. Like that could come up. I'm getting with the bird, like you're seeing things from a different perspective too. I'm getting you're reaching new heights. You're reaching new heights and levels of success. There's something coming through group too about like you needing to communicate these goals and wishes and inner desires, because I think you tend to, or you have been keeping things to yourself. which, you know, I realize I just said you might be in a more secretive kind of place, but I think what I'm getting at is needing to ask for what you want, right? With know your worth, ask for what you want, be comfortable with making those requests for yourself, or, you know, even if it's like the example I gave earlier, like setting your prices, right? Yep, that's what it costs. Yep. And like not, oh, well, yeah, maybe, you know what? Okay, maybe I can give you a discount on something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a very simple example. It's just for context, but it could be any number of things, right? I think those of you in business have probably encountered that at some point. I think too, there's something about like giving yourself permission to dream big right now, giving yourself permission to set your sights high. With the bird and this card, it's just something about giving yourself permission to do that, right? I want you to know, group 2, that like whatever this represents, there's more out there for you, okay? There's more out there for you. With the 5 of Cups, and I mean, I know I tend to kind of always focus on the hope within every card. That's just me. That's my style. If you've been with me for years, you know that already about me. But what I like to focus on is hope, right? So in this card, while we did experience whatever this represents, there's still 2 cups that this mermaid hasn't seen yet. And there's a bridge over the water there that leads to who knows what else, right? So sometimes things end for a reason, or sometimes we have to cut off certain relationships or situations for our highest good. So yeah, very interesting, group 2. I'd love to hear if this resonates. Let me know, okay? I'd love to know. Leave me a comment, and we will see you next. Hello, group 3. If you chose the little net, then this is your messages for what is helping you progress, what's helping you move forward towards your goals or your dream, or if you don't have one in mind, that's okay. We're just going to find out what is helping you move forward right now, what's helping you progress. Okay, so total submersion. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you may find what your life has been lacking. So right now, group 3, what I'm seeing helping you is going all in with something. You know, it gives some examples here. Maybe it's a project, an interest, a hobby, a certain goal. But I think what's helping you is like fully committing to it, right? Maybe up until now, you've kind of been like, oh, you know what? You know, when I get around to it, or kind of like just working towards something here and there, okay? So I think that's shifting for you. There's something that's happening that's going to cause you to want to fully commit, fully dive into this, and it's going to be sort of soaking up most of your attention, I think. So let's find out what else we have. So group 3, what is helping group 3 progress? Let your heart lead you. You hold an internal roadmap. So following your heart right now, listening to your intuition, fully committing to something is also coming through with this, because yeah, I'm getting giving into some sort of passion right now. Like maybe there was something, again, where it was I don't know, for some reason it was just you felt like you couldn't fully commit to it. So now I feel like you are. Group 3, what is helping group 3 progress? Direction. Trust your inner compass and find your bearings. So I like that with this. Let your heart lead you. Trust your inner compass. Yeah, I feel like right now following your intuition is going to be big for you, okay? Oops. I'm dog sitting and house sitting right now, so I'm not in my usual space, which usually is kind of difficult for me, but I'm having fun today, that's for sure. Okay, so you've got the Chariot. Speaking of getting your bearings, let me get my bearings here and get this kind of organized. Yeah, group 3, I feel like you're making a decision, okay? I feel like you're making a decision in regards to direction. And then at that point, like once you fully commit to this, I feel like nothing is stopping you. You know, maybe it's a hobby or something that you felt, I don't know, maybe you felt it wasn't worth your time, or you felt like, oh, this is silly, or something like that. Like I feel like something was holding you back, but not anymore. Group 3, so what is helping group 3 progress forward? Page of Wands. The Moon. Oh, interesting. Yeah, lots of intuitive energy right now, group 3. Getting a lot about trusting your intuition. I feel like whatever this is about, there's something that like, it was always sort of in the back of your mind, right? As a possibility. And, oh, maybe one day I'll get around to that one day, or if I have more time, or, you know, like something was holding you back, but not anymore. I feel like I'm getting now, like the time is now to fully just dive into this. There's a feeling of like, you're living now, like be fully immersed in this, enjoy your life, do what you feel makes you happy, because this is your life, right? You know, I really admire people who are sort of unapologetic about their passions and their goals and their dreams and their interests and their hobbies. You know, I love that. I always find that super inspiring. So that's what I feel like you're kind of in right now, or what's about to happen for you. So let's get a few charms. We'll put it all together. Group 3. What does group 3 need to know about this? What is helping group 3 progress forward? What's helping group 3 progress forward? Just getting a couple charms today. Oh, look at this. Look, you've got the compass twice. So lots of compass energy. I like that with the chariot too. You've got the school bus. You've got the scissors. You've got the sunflower. Okay, so I'll probably read from this deck today. Why not? I really like, well, one of them. I've got both guidebooks out. Okay, so where should we start? So here's the thing, group 3. I think something is about to like really pique your interest, and you understand that this, whatever it is, has a lot of potential. Like you see it. And again, there's this feeling I get of like, you've always kind of been interested in this, or you've always thought this could be a possibility, or you've always dreamt about this, but for whatever reason, you were kind of held back. So just heard like ready, set, go. Okay. There's something you're like, okay, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm diving in. I'm following my heart here. Okay. I like all of this message of like direction. So trust your inner compass and find your bearings. You hold an internal roadmap. So there's definitely something about like a direction, or knowing what's right for you and really following that and trusting that. I want to read this one too. So let's read that one, and then we'll go further into the tarot card. So what number is that? That's the whale shark, 22. We've got 32 and 22, in case either of those are relevant. All right, the fascinating whale shark brings you a message of leadership, self-confidence, and wisdom. Absolutely, self-confidence with the chariot. I like that wisdom too with the bus. So this gentle giant confidently travels the world's oceans, using only its internal map to lead the way. Subsequently, when this card appears within a reading, believe in your abilities to navigate life. At this time, you have all of the information you need within. There's no point in delaying your next steps or procrastinating your decision making. Okay, so that's really interesting with the chariot card, because I was getting earlier, like there's something about you're just making the decision to dive into something. So that's really helping you progress, is like fully committing to this, right? I feel like I said, up until now, you maybe had like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like kind of doing something, I don't want to say half-assed, but like, you know, just kind of like here and there. And now you're like fully decisive. Okay. You're committing fully to this, and you're not wavering in that. So, and you're not procrastinating too. And I like that too, because, you know, you're totally immersing yourself in whatever this is. You're giving it 100% of your energy. And that could be what was lacking before, because maybe you were giving this passion or this goal only like 20% of your energy, and then getting discouraged when you didn't see results or something like that. So you're like fully committed to this now. While it can be tempting to wait things out and tell yourself that this isn't the right time, it's not your rational mind's decision to make right now. I love that. So that's the moon card, right? You're listening to your intuition right now. You're not so focused on listening to your mind trying to talk you out of what you love. I feel like that's when our brains can kind of chime in and say, oh, is that practical though? Or something like that, right? And not that practicality is a bad thing, but in this case, you're definitely like diving into something that you love, right? There's so much of that right now with like passion, and even the chariot card. Like, I mean, this is a mermaid deck, so of course there's lots of water, but there's something about like being immersed in something. All right, so yeah, while it can be tempting to wait things out and tell yourself that this isn't the right time, it's not your rational mind's decision to make right now. Remember, you've got everything you need to proceed with your life and go straight towards your dreams and goals. Follow your internal map and heed your heart when making decisions. Be kind to yourself and remember that there is no bad outcome when listening to your heart's desires. I love that with the compass. That's totally what you're doing, group 3. So yeah, what's helping you progress right now is following your heart's desires. Listening to your intuition, giving yourself permission to pursue a certain passion or to look more into a certain interest or learn more about something for sure. There could be something that you've always been curious about. I want to learn how to cook. And these readings don't always have to be like life-changing things, right? These little things, these hobbies, these interests can have a major impact on our life, right? Sometimes they can lead to things like careers, but that's not all what it's about. Sometimes it can lead to new friendships, just something that makes us happy or helps us let off steam or just is something we really enjoy. My hobbies are some of my favorite things in life, right? So this is big, right? So whatever this is, whatever these acorns represent for you, it's worth exploring. It's worth looking more into and learning about. And also, you've got confidence being brought up a couple times here. This reminds me of Queen of Wands. Whenever I see a sunflower, I think of Queen of Wands energy. So I think that whatever this is, you're going to absolutely thrive at it. Okay. I think you are going to feel confident. I think that you're going to excel at whatever this is. You're going to stand out, certainly, is what I'm getting. You're standing out, right? You're going to be victorious. You're going to be successful at whatever this is. All right. I'm seeing nothing can stop you. Like once you finally dive into this, nothing's going to stop you. So I think this could also be part of what this is like facing some fears, right? There's some fears. What if I don't succeed? What if I fail at this? What if I look silly? All these different things. I feel like you're not listening to that voice anymore. And this is, you're facing some fears, right? And even sometimes fully committing to things can be what we're afraid of, right? Because it's like, oh, well, if I fully commit to this, what if that other thing was the right decision? No, like listen to your intuition. Your intuition can tell you, listen to your gut. Right. And the other thing too is if you change your mind, you change your mind. It's not a big deal. But like kind of being in that in between, where you're not fully committed to anything to kind of keep yourself from failing. I don't think that's good either. Right. So fully commit to something and don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess your decision. Yeah. There's no bad outcome when listening to your heart's desire. So yeah, there's something that's been like popping into your daydreams, your dreams, your algorithm, maybe, who knows, but it's caught your interest for sure. You're definitely curious about it and you're enthusiastic about this. And I think that's kind of one thing I like to, always talk about is follow your, well, in this case, your curiosity too, but follow your fascination. I always love that idea of like this dream was planted in your heart for a reason. I had that on one of my vision boards and I've always loved that. So yeah, this you have this dream for a reason, right? You're called in this direction for a reason. Now the scissors can have to do with like release, okay? So it could be like cutting out, certain fears or something, or I'm getting something that was like holding you back maybe. I love all of this compass and map imagery because you've got the two compasses and then you have the road map. It's like the direction. Confidence too is, I really think, key to your success. And there's something like you might be kind of new at it, right? I'm getting green, like you're green at it. So it's like, is that the right expression? I think so. But like it while I think it will come naturally for you and I think you're going to excel, it's still new, right? So there's still a lot to learn. This could be something like you were pulled in two different directions and your heart kept telling you, this is the way. But then again, like the card even said, like your rational mind, you were trying to like almost rationalize yourself out of something that you love. So I feel like you're not letting that happen anymore. Actually, the scissors are kind of cool with the net that you chose because it's like getting yourself kind of unstuck almost. There's a sense of optimism too that I think is really important right now, like the sun and the moon there as well. Whatever this is, there's lots of potential, group 3. So much potential right now. And so much to learn. Like I think you're going to just be so surprised by what you're going to find, honestly, is coming through. Yeah, there's something about like, and you have no idea where this can lead you to. Like this could branch off in so many different directions, is what I'm getting to tell you. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to wrap up there, group 3. Let me know what you think of this little mini reading. I'll do a longer one while I'm here, but I just wanted to jump on and get something recorded for you. So I thought this would be a fun question to ask today. So yeah, this is the direction that you're going. This is how things are moving forward. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Hello, group 4. If you chose the anchor, then this is your messages about what is helping you progress, what's helping you get closer to your goals. Your group is a little bit different. I am house sitting right now, and I filmed groups 1, 2, and 3 yesterday. I'm house sitting and dog sitting. And for some reason, this time, it's been like almost impossible to record or to film anything. I don't know why. I think it's a combination of things, but it's been super difficult. So I'm just kind of doing what I can. So today's reading is a little bit shorter. And for you, because I had started your reading and had to stop, your cards are already shuffled. So groups 1, 2, and 3, if you do prefer the shuffling, you might want to check out one of those groups, but we'll dive in. We'll see what we have. And if you don't have a specific goal in mind, that's okay. You can definitely still watch. We're just looking at what is helping you move forward, what's kind of going on right now that's helping you move forward, or what will help you. So your first card was be insightful and established. So ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. So I was saying with this card, like I can totally relate to this energy because I'm someone like, there's certain things I'm like, oh, I should have done it this way. Oh, I could have gone about it this way if I had only done it this way. But the reality is, like, I think we all feel that sometimes, and we can't go back, right? So, I think for you right now, gently bringing your awareness back to the present and not worrying even too much about like the future or what's about to happen or what's going to happen, I think is really going to be helpful. Let's see what else you have. We'll get more into that too. You've got stay in shallow waters. Sometimes superficial is enough. You've got 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and 10 of Cups. So your tarot cards were fantastic. And your C Melodies card was Perseverance. So we'll get you a couple charms. Now I didn't get too far into your reading, but all right, so you've got the beaver, you've got the bee, you've got the microphone, you've got angels watching over you. I love that. You've got the parrot, you've got the sign of Cancer. Okay, so I don't remember like where I left off when I was starting it, but I'll kind of like recap, and this is kind of cool too because I've already looked at your cards. I've connected a few more dots, I guess you could say. So yeah, first card right now, what's helping you progress is just being in the moment, okay? For you, taking things day by day might be the best approach. I know for me, like when I start over planning or over complicating things or like really getting too much into the future, I can get overwhelmed. And I was also picking up on so right now I think like just day by day, I think is going to be the best approach. To whatever it is that you're doing, okay? So being in the now, taking it a day at a time might be less of an overwhelming approach, okay? That could just be more so your style too. I feel like you do well with like to-do lists for today. This is what I'm doing today. So I think you are somebody who really benefits by focusing on like, what can I do right now? I think for you right now, just being in the present as much as you can is going to be really helpful. And then doing things too that like, rebalance your energy, make you feel grounded, okay? Whether that's like going outside, doing something like yoga, like whatever it is that helps you feel kind of calm, I think is also helping you progress right now, okay? So that's the first thing we got. Now, then with the second card, you've got stay in shallow waters. Sometimes superficial is enough. Now, the first thing that I got from this was actually kind of similar to this because I got something about not trying to tackle too much at once, you know, in the sense of like, I gave an example because I know for me, like if let's just say I have to go, I'm cleaning, right? I'm cleaning my apartment because I'm having company, right? And then I have something that's like, okay, this goes in the craft cupboard. I'm going to go put it in the craft cupboard. Then I go in the craft cupboard, I put it away. I think, oh, well, these paints need to be organized. I should probably do that. Oh, if I'm going to organize my paints, I might as well organize my watercolor paper. Well, if I'm organizing my paper, why don't I just start organizing all of the beads? You know, and then it turns into this big thing when all I was doing was trying to put a glue stick away. You know what I mean? Like there's something about that, like not trying to tackle too much at once or take on too much all at once. Okay, this might be benefiting you. So that's what I got from this. But then what's really interesting too, because you have the parrot, is exactly what this card is about. This card talks about right now, what's helping you progress maybe isn't sharing too much with too many people. Here's the thing. I mean, if you've got people that are encouraging and you feel comfortable telling them what you're working on or what projects you've got going on or what big goals you have, by all means, feel free to share. But I think sometimes when we start sharing too much about what we're doing, it can have a few things can happen, because you might be telling someone who's just telling everyone and you didn't want that to happen. Like you wanted to share the news yourself. It could be something like that. Or it could even be a situation maybe where someone's jealous or they say something discouraging, right? Lots of different scenarios, but right now you're being encouraged to kind of keep the information that you're giving people about this progress you're making or about this goal somewhat kind of surface level. And, you know, you don't have to get too deep or tell people too much information, right? And actually, when I started my channel, I didn't tell anyone. My mom knew, my boyfriend at the time, maybe like one friend, that was it for like years. A few more people have obviously found out about my channel now, but when I was starting it, I didn't want anyone to know because I just wanted to kind of get my bearings and kind of, you know, get started without feeling like people I knew were watching. You know, that's just one example, but right now it's going to be important to kind of keep your goals or your plans about your goals or, you know, your progress that you're making, maybe keep it to yourself. And I think partially the reason why that is because it's working. Okay, something you're doing is working. I just got something. Don't announce it before it's even completed, right? Like don't announce it. You've got like the bee and the beaver. So I'm seeing you're working really hard and something is really like you're in the momentum of it and things are progressing and things are moving forward. So yeah, I would say just be cautious, okay? It's okay to leave a little bit of mystery, I guess, is a good way to put it. It's okay to have some mystery. You don't have to tell everyone what you're doing. Show them, right? Rather than telling everyone or announcing it, I guess, to everyone, maybe it's a good time to kind of just show them, right? The good news is, though, in your reading, I'm seeing like strong signs of something really, truly being a success, okay? Your card, Perseverance, like this to me is something is working. Stay the course, something is working. You know, it's happening, and you've got 9 of Pentacles, okay? So this is rewards for effort. This is getting to enjoy the treasure after you've kind of like put in all of the work. So this is happening, and I'm seeing you feeling very fulfilled and content, and I'm seeing, you know, there's definitely people enjoying this whole thing on this card, right? So it's not about like not enjoying it with the people that you love, because I think you will, whatever this ends up being. I think you're going to share it with the people that you love and your family and people that are close to you. But this just confirms it. There's definitely something about gossip. I actually want to read that one to you just because I read it before, so I want to read it again. Okay, so sometimes superficial is enough. The mesmerizing blacktip reef shark lives in shallow tropical coral reefs and is relatively skittish in nature. This is not to say that the shark doesn't like to go deep, pun intended, but when this card appears, it represents an obvious need for you to keep things simple. I think that actually connects more with like what I was getting of like keeping things sort of simple right now in general with what you're doing. Not overcomplicating things. Some people and situations do not require getting emotionally involved or reading between the lines. In fact, many people can get uncomfortable when confronted with depth. So then this is the part that I think is crucial here. Likewise, if you are involved with someone that you just met or are speaking to an individual known to gossip, parrot, microphone, okay? This is why this is interesting. You are better off keeping things light. Understandably, entertaining small talk and superficial chit-chat can be tiresome, but sometimes it's really for the best. After all, you wouldn't want all of your secrets to end up as public knowledge. So that must be important to someone watching, because there's something about like, you don't want this announced before it's really ready, or before it happens, you know, for sure, or before you get the chance to announce it, or even just enjoy it for a little while. That could even be what it is. That could be because you're afraid of people sabotaging things, or just gossiping in general, or, you know, being jealous, or maybe just because you want to announce it. That could literally be what it is. So after all, yeah, you wouldn't want any of your secrets to end up as public knowledge, but depending on the person and circumstances, staying in shallow waters will protect you from attracting uncomfortable situations down the line. So yeah, I think that what's helping you progress right now is just going to be to keep it surface, because at the very least, even if it's not about gossip for you, even if you don't care, even if it's not about all of those other things, it could just be why. Like for me, when I saw this Eight of Wands, I'm like, okay, something's happening. Like this is currently, and this is the thing. This card is about being in the midst of some sort of change or movement, right? So why do anything to risk the momentum and the rewards that are happening right now? That's just what I think. But again, you know, general reading, do what you feel comfortable with. But for me, I would just keep doing what you're doing, because group 4, what you're doing is working. Stay the course, like stay on track with what you're doing. Okay. And, you know, going back to this card, maybe like, obviously this will, or it is currently like taking things a day at a time, you know, doing practical, achievable, maintainable steps, or, you know, like little bites at a time I'm getting, is really adding up. It's adding up to a lot. Okay. It's like you're seeing the rewards for effort. You're seeing the rewards for hard work. You've got the beaver. That to me is hard work. I love that. And then so is the bee. So you've got two of my hard work charms. This one can connect to home too. So I'm seeing the home, so that could connect to a few of you with the little house there. But, you know, maybe that's something to do with what's going on, like something to do with the home or the family or something. But right now, just, I wouldn't pivot too much right now. Like what you're doing now is working. And then in conversations, this could be coming up for a reason too, because future conversations, like you could tomorrow be grocery shopping and then bump into someone that you know just gossips and tells everyone everything, you know, or even says things like, when I'm around someone and if someone leaves the room and that person that I'm like standing there with says something negative about that person, I know as soon as I leave the room, that's likely going to happen, right? I understand there's certain circumstances, you know, but for the most part, like, you know, that person that like, no matter what, they always have something negative to say about someone. So, you know, obviously what you're about to, or you are achieving, you will be achieving a lot of rewards and success, and you're going to feel very content. Okay. So like I said, I just wouldn't pivot. I wouldn't share too much at this point, especially because it seems like this is still an ongoing thing. Okay. Something's still ongoing. It hasn't, I just got like, it hasn't landed yet. It's not complete, I guess is a good way to say it. You also have angels watching over you. So that's another thing that could be helping you progress, is your angels, your guides, your loved ones, your ancestors watching over you and being with you during this process. Okay. So I actually like that, because I look at this picture, like, what are they waving at? Like, I don't know. There's something about like the heavens, like waving to the heavens or something. Feeling, you feel this presence of a guardian angel around you. It could be who this person is. Okay. The sign of Cancer is here. So it could be someone, or maybe like the beaver represents someone to you, or a bee or something like that, or an anchor, a shark, right? You can have fun with the imagery here, but yeah, there's angels, there's guides watching over you. And this is one thing that's helping you progress. I like the word established, because I really think something is getting established. I just got, yeah, business, or maybe even like there is a connection to the home that I keep picking up with the beaver and the house there. So maybe this is like something establishing a home or something like that. 49 could be relevant, and 24. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, group 4. This has been, I mean, all of the groups were interesting, but this one, like, there's something super special about this. I think you're on to something, okay? Something's happening, okay? Your goals are within reach. So I think that there could be a reason for this, right? And I think I started giving an example and then stopped because I'm distracted today. But yeah, like you could bump into someone tomorrow and then they could like, hey, what have you been up to? Like, oh, you know, just keeping busy. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, well, you know what? I've got this big thing I'm working on. It's going really well. And, you know, not that you shouldn't be proud, okay? But just be cautious. I think that's a good kind of general thing to say. But yeah, let me know what you think, Group 4. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.